Hello. How's everyone doing? Um, okay, so let's get started. So from the video title, you might have guessed it, but we are going to be building a Slack bot today. The idea for this is actually regarding work. We have a system for checking in and out different devices, but it's kind of cumbersome because we're still using pen and paper, which for an IT company is a little bit embarrassing. So we're just going to write a Slack bot that you can send a command to with the device code, and then that automatically checks it out in your name with the device code. And then if someone else wants to use that, yeah, they can see which devices are available. I think it'll streamline this a bit more for us, and hopefully this is a fun experience. Um, to start with I've already set up a project that links to Slack to get commands from it. So I can show a quick demonstration of what it does at the moment. So in here, I just created a Slack workgroup or Slack workspace and added the bot to it. So at the moment, if I type in device out and then any number, it's just going to echo that back to me with the email address of the user that sent that command. So yeah, what we're going to be working on now. Oh yeah, also this is backed by a Google Sheet to just make managing it a bit easier. So we don't have to add another layer of complexity or another piece of software to read from a database. So there just links to a Google spreadsheet and then adds the device code and user to that spreadsheet. So yeah. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be modifying the out command to actually check the spreadsheet if that device has already been checked out. We'll also be adding another sheet to this to just list all the available devices. Just makes it a bit easier, so you can have like a device list command that just sends you all the devices available, and maybe you can add a status to that. But we'll see where we get with that. Yeah, so I think let's get started. If there's any questions or anything, feel free to leave it in chat. I am keeping an eye on that. So if there's something you don't understand or want me to go through, just let me know, and we'll see. So, first off, let's just let's see what I want to do. Let's just first check if we can read from the spreadsheet and check if the device we're requesting is available. So if it hasn't been checked out yet. We'll be treating any device listed here as being checked out. Yeah, for now we'll just treat all devices listed in here as being checked out. You might add something at a later point to just have a flag set here. But yeah, we'll get to that a bit later. Logistics. So, to read values from a spreadsheet, we'll use this service object. This is provided from the Google SDK. This just connects to Google services and allows us to access spreadsheet information. So we'll want to do this. Just move this up a bit. One caveat with using commands in Slack is that you have to, whatever work you're doing for that command, it has to execute within 3 seconds. Otherwise, you get a timeout exception that gets displayed to the user. So yeah, just need to be just doing the actual adding to the spreadsheet part at the bottom after sending a request. So it's not 100% reliable, but it doesn't really matter. There's not much that can go wrong. So for this, we want to read from the spreadsheet. We can do this. So we want the spreadsheet ID, and then we also want a range. Ranges, let me just quickly refresh my memory of how this works. API sheet. They have a nice little example on Google's API on how to use their SDK for this. I just want to quickly see how you read again. Read single, yeah, sure, that. A1 notation to RC notation is a string. Okay, cool. So we can just do, where were we? Here. So we can just do, want to read from sheet 1 from columns A to B. We want to read everything, actually. Values. Let's check the multiple. Pending read arrange, batch get. Parameters. Let's see. What does the documentation say? An access to create request for the values collection, typically used for blah. Okay. I think this is overloaded. Returns a value. Append. New. Set key. Get range. Okay, well, let's see what this gives us and then work from there. So this, we also need to call execute on this to actually build the query and send it out. So this will be our checked out devices. Just going to zoom this out a little bit. Checked out devices, and then for checked out devices, for loop, checked out device. That's a mutable map. I think I might need to go look at the documentation again for how this works. Mutable entity. Yes, but how do I iterate? Value range. Data then. Nope, not useful. Let's see. Build sheet SDK. Build sheet for developers. Yes, please. App scripts. Java. Java quick start. Yeah, this is what I want. So that's just setting it up. This is the range, getting the service, and then the actual, yeah. Oops, dropped my phone. Values.get values. I think this, yeah, so we can do values, and in here we can, this will be the first index, right? No? Okay, and you are what now? Any range of any. It's not what I want. Copy paste. Yes, please convert to Kotlin. Check the devices. Get values. Row. Yeah. X. Cool, needs to be downcasted. Okay. Okay, so this will get me the user technically for this row. So val user, val device to row 1. Okay, so now I have the user and device, and we just want to check if our current device is in here somewhere. So naive approach for this would just be is checked out equals to false, and then if the device equal to the body, which is a parsed object for the Slack command. So I wrote an extension function on the call object to just actually parse the incoming form data into a Slack command payload. This just goes through the form and then just parses token, DMID, and everything into actual objects. So I can just access them like normal without having to body and then check the documentation for whatever this property is called. Yeah, so if the body is equal to the text, that means this device has been checked out. So is checked out is equal to true. And if that's the case, we want to exit out of this loop. So break. So break out and check if the device has been checked out. We will move this call down. Else. So if the device has not been checked out, we just send back that, hey, you're all good, you can get the device checked out in your name. If not, we will send you back a different message. Response type in channel text, which will say device checked out by. We can quickly check. We don't remember the name of the person who checked it out. I think what we can do is just set this to string, nullable string, which defaults to null, and then user can just be row at 0. Oops. Yes, no, to string. Cool. Also to string. Yeah, so because this is a type any, yeah, we can do that, but then this is going to plain, so we'll just leave it as any and then cast it when you need it. Hopefully this works. Checked out by, and then user. What we might actually do is, instead of saving the user's email address in the spreadsheet, we might just put their Slack ID in there. Hi, Nick. Or just their username, maybe at username, just so that when we send this message back in Slack, it will actually say, instead of just this has been checked out by the email address, it'll be like, hey, this has been checked out by this guy, go shout if you want to get the device. Might be something in the future, not right now. Okay. Cool. So let's see if this works. Yes, please rerun it. Okay, server's up. So let's check quickly which device. So P220 Slack. We'll do a device get P220 and no timeout. Device checked out by A. That worked. That's cool. Device get. Hey Alex. How's it going with you too? No, let's just check this actually does work and we didn't mess anything up. Cool. And if I wanna check this device out, it should say nope. Cool. That's awesome. So now we want to create the check-in command. So check and command on a high level, so just find the device and remove it. How is that going to work? Would have been a lot simpler if we just used like Firestore. But I like a challenge, so let's keep going with this. Let's see. What's the API for deleting something? Using, creating, reading, updating. Yes, that. Add duplicate update set. Update spreadsheet property request. Update sheet property request. No, I don't want to update the properties. So updating cell spreadsheet includes many other types of data such as cell phone. Yeah, I just want to update. How do I just update? Updates current property of an object, usually leaving the old property alone where the set request allows overriding. Okay. Named range cells, include value formatting. Update cell request. Is that what I want? Update all cells in the range within your data. Yes. Does the API make this easy for me? Let's see. Shoot. Ooh. If we want to make the range, we'll need to construct a range for where that is. One thing we could do. This is tricky. I'm thinking we can perform this request again to get all the devices listed. And then as we loop over them, keep track of the index. And then construct a range based on that. So instead of a 0-based index, we have a 1-based index. Because then it will just be AB and then whatever the index is. And that would be where that is. Okay. Let's try that. So first off, let's just add a new command for this. There's just a Slack API console. Yeah, so if you just want to add a new API or a new command, I'm just going to be lazy and copy this. So ngrok URL. Nope, not there. Didn't see anything. New command. Device in. Yes. Device in. We'll just make this check-in. Short scriptlin. Check. Device. Device. And this would be something like P20. Skip channels, use links. No, please don't. Save. Cool. So now we have that. So in here, so I'm using Ktor for my API. You can use anything you want really. Slack just sends a normal post request with no authentication or anything to an endpoint you specify. So the first command was just sent to use the normal slash or the base. This new one I specified to use. It's also going to be a post request, but instead of just slash, it's going to be check in, check that, and then same thing here. I don't. Yeah, no, we do need this. So this is just getting a Slack instance. Yeah, this is just getting a Slack instance so that if we need to query stuff like user information or send a message to the channel, we have access to that. I don't think we need this for check-in. Yeah, cool. So next up is also the spreadsheet stuff. This can all really go into a service, but it's not going to be a concern at the moment. And then again, so here, copy pasting all the code. Okay, so here we're getting all the devices again, and we'll loop over them same as before. It's all the same information, except we don't need this. Oh, we will need. No, we don't. We only need the device. So if the device is equal to this, yeah, button for the win. So what I just did there was instead of using a normal for loop where it puts whatever this is into row, you can actually have it give you the index as well of the element, so you don't need to keep track of it externally. So I have like a var index here and then increment yourself. Kotlin will do that for you. Another way to do it is just write normal for loop that goes from var I in 0 to 10 or something like that. That can also work, but since we're using Kotlin and Kotlin's amazing, we can just do that. Cool. So over here we found the device that you requested. So now we just need to remember the row. So device row equal to 0. Device row is equal to index plus 1. So this will just make it easier for us to parse it into a range. Also probably should explain what this is. So this is just syntax that Google Sheet uses to actually find which specific sheet and which index you're referring to. So this just tells it I want to look at sheet 1 from columns A to B, all rows. If I want to start a specific row, I'll just add 2 there. If I want to start this as a specific row and then go to like B4, it'll look like that. So what we're going to do now is build our we're just going to build our range. So the range would be sheet 1 device row, and then I lost place. Cool, so this is where we want to replace. We also probably want to remember the information in this row, so I think it might be worth just creating a simple data class to keep track of this. So device tree, yeah, sure. For those of you who also don't know Kotlin, data classes are essentially classes that have the hash code and string equals operators built into them. They also have a nice utility function to actually copy that class with specific changes. It's very nice for things like entities in ORMs or JSON objects. If you just want data to be stored somewhere and doesn't have any specific functionality to it. So in this case, we just want a device name and a user email device name. Yeah, that's it. Then we'll go back here. We'll say, well, device equal to device entry for, oops, that and this. Something we might do at some point is actually just, instead of doing this for each object in this list, we might just parse it here. So instead of getting a list of lists back, we'll give you a list of these objects. I'm pretty sure you can do that. I think it might be a way to get the response back as JSON, and then you can just use JSON to map that. I haven't looked into it, and I'm not going to bother doing that now. So, device name. Let's not swap the indices. Cool. Actually, let's do this. Like this, lighten it. For. I wonder if I can use latent in this context. Yes, I can. Cool. So all latent does is, just so I don't have to assign this a default value, just says that, hey, I promise I'll fill this in with something before you use it, which is what we're doing. It's a dangerous keyword to use if you don't know what you're doing, but in this case it's fine since we're setting it in the first iteration. Actually, I'm lying because that might be null. We might not get any data back, so we'll do this. So there. We don't need to explicitly set null. So in here, device row, and then this would be whatever the device is. So if it is null, then we don't have a device. Cool. So now we want to update it. So I would hope that the API for this would be something like sheet ID dot. That's a mutable collection. So if I do something like range equal to mutable list of, yes, no, no set property for access, okay, dot values, contains. Actually, I might be doing this a bit backwards. I don't know if they actually keep track of when you modify or replace something in this, in which case it would make this actually a bit easier to do. I'm not gonna bother with that now. Let's just say values is equal to list of, or not. Val cannot be assigned to, of course. Is there a replace? Retain. Add all minus assign plus assign. Let's go consult the documentation and see if they have anything for us. Take a look at the SDK. Running the sample. This just reads. Let's take a look at JavaScript quick start. They do anything. This appends. And that just lists. So no. I don't really want to append. Richard values. Let's try this. values dot batch update. Can I just do update? Yeah. Spreadsheet range, and then whatever the values are. And this is going to be a value range, which I made here. So this thing. So value range is, from what I can tell, just a wrapper around a two-dimensional array. So in this case, we want it to be. Actually, no. Why do we want to update? We can just delete, or remove, or clear. Yes, that. Yes, good. Maybe execute. Why are you unhappy? Clear value request. Clear value request. Request for clearing a range of values spreadsheet. This is a model. How to partialize into JSON that's transmitted over HTTP. I just want you to clear. I saw an object there. Can I just clear? Oops. Clear. Yes. No. Classifier clear does not have a companion object and thus must be initialized. Constructive inner clause. Do I use this? Do I do clear sheet ID range? I am stumped. I am also being stupid. This is not what I want. Clear value request. What is a clear value request? The request for clearing a range of values in spreadsheet is a Java data model class that specifies how to parse. Yes, I don't really care. Is there an implementation for this? Does not look like it. Can remove this and that. And let's check this again quickly. Spreadsheet. Yes, values in spreadsheet are called specified sheet ID. Range only values are cleared. All other properties of the cells blah, 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 are kept. Creating a request for the values clear. Also probably need. Can I pass null? There. It takes in the content. And what do you do with content? It's gonna zoom out. I can't see. There we go. What do you do with content? It's not like. Oh wait, never mind. So super, and your super class is. I really hate this namespace stuff. What is your super? Where do you come from? Okay, not gonna check now. Back more. Can we have documentation? Google sheet STK clear. Nope, there we go. Here's something. Spreadsheet range. Yes. So why does that method need content? Request body. Deliver request assign values to desired fields. I don't want any. That was easy. Should have done this in the first place. There's request body. Happy. What I put in this? Values clear size key. So you're just in generic JSON. Okay. So nothing. Okay. Let's run this and find out. Yes, please. So slack. There we go. You device in B220. Dispatch failed. Nice. Why? Please. Wonder if it's because this not really shouldn't make a difference whether this runs in debug or not. So let's check in. Did I set up the command correctly? Check in. Check dash in. Nice. It's typed. So let's go back to Slack. B20. Dispatch failed. Cool. I know I'm not returning. Is that why it's not happy with me? Well, we can check the sheet. Device returned. Yeah. Well, it didn't hit the endpoint, I'm pretty sure, because we would have gotten something from Google in that case. Let's see, device check-in. Dispatch failed. What do you mean by dispatch failed? Either creating custom slash commands, blah blah blah. So after 3 tests, I found out that this is generic message for anything that fails in Slack. Cool. That's very useful. That's also another thing. Internal server error. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Probably should have checked the ngrok in the first place. Oh wait, this is new. 400 bad request. Why? Able to parse range 0. Oh, yes. That seems... Oh, well, it cleared. Oh, okay. So if no device has been checked out, device row would be 0. So device if device row is equal to 0, that means we do not have any devices. If it's greater than 0, that means we have a device. If not, just whoops. Yeah. Else respond with OK with map response type and channel text. This device has not been checked out. Cool. Now it's just gonna magically work, right? Okay. It's weird. Don't know where that came from. Cool. So Slack. Not you, you. Check in. The device has not been checked out. Cool. So if I device check out B220. Cool. Device has been checked out. If we check the Google Sheet, see it's there. And if we device check in B220, device returned. Nice. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now we have a way to check devices back in. We don't need this. Yeah, we have a way of checking devices back into our storage. The other thing we can do now, let's see if we go for another 15 minutes. See if we can just get like a device list command up and running. It just spits out all devices and maybe the status of each device. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Cool. So let's create a new command. Device list, which would be ngrok / list. Sure. List all devices. Then usage nothing. Might pass filters in the future, but for now it's just gonna spit out the list. Back in here, add another call. I'm just gonna move this. Why are you being difficult? Copy. Oh, God. It's gonna reorganize this a bit. This code is in dire need of a cleanup at some point, but that's not the focus of it right now. It's just getting everything working. So we'll just copy everything to here. And create new. Paste. Cool. And this is going to be list. There's sheet, services, checkout, get all, but instead of, well, no, we do want this. Checkout devices, we'll have another one from sheet 2, starting at row 2, yes, all devices. Cool. It's gonna be, I'll just call this request, and the request gets passed into a list. No, this isn't actually a request. This is gonna make actually understanding what's going on a bit easier. Any questions so far? Everyone's still more or less keeping up? Okay, so we wanna check which devices in this list are, no. Yes. We wanna get a status for each device. So if a device is in this list and in this list, then it's gonna be considered as not available. So let me just fix this mistake. I'll just naively loop over all of these. Checked out devices. If all devices one second. Oh, yes. So we want to check so all devices dot first or null. Yes, first or null. It contains checked out device at index 0. So this will give us back that entry. We actually want the index. Sorry, index of first. Returns the index or -1. Cool. So val device index. If device index is less than equal to 0, or greater than, that means we do have this device. Um, I think let's make this a bit easier on ourselves. We'll make this into a map. Just thinking how we can store which device has been checked out or not. We could just create an object for it, or we can just make a map of devices. I'm using the word device to match, but this will be a map, empty map, mutable empty, no, just empty map, cool. An empty map of string and boolean. So then device. Why does I need the index again? I'm pretty sure we can just use contains. Contains all. Count. There's a function for this. Don't remember what it's called. Find. That's what I want. Find. No. Still lying. Never mind. We'll use this. There's a function that actually returns true or false for if the element is contained in the array or not. But I'm not going to go through that effort now. So we want to set this equal to the all devices at index device index to true. Or we can just do this. I am lying, we cannot do that. All devices dot get. Wait, why are you upset? String. Happy? No? And I said properly. So mutable map. Cool. Just true. True. Else. False. Yeah, you see there's a little bit of a problem with doing it this way, because we don't know if this index is valid. This index might be bogus. If it's less than well, actually no, this can be ignored. We do want to actually have the index, but we need to check if it's not bogus or not. Otherwise this is going to fail in either case, or if it's invalid, because it's trying to access an index is always out of bounds. You are correct. I have my logic backwards. So the status is then true, and the status is false. Oh wait, I'm being very stupid. This is always going to be a negative. I think I need to do this the other way around. So device, look through all devices and then check in get out devices if the device has been device device with status and device status and we can have that device status and of this and then that. So else it's going to be this device dot 0 1 2 string, and this is supposed to be 1 1 just being the actual second column. No, for all devices that is always 0. I am lying. returns the index as first. What is checked out devices then? List of lists. Yes. 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 Something feels off here. Anyway, let's just add the call dot respond text map of. This whole text map of thing is just Kato's way of sending back a JSON response. So Kotlin has this thing called infix operators or infix functions, which just allows you to sort of call a function without parentheses. Kind of, not really. You can look into it. It's pretty cool actually. It allows you to do things like this. So you can kind of create your own meta language from it. For this, we can just return that to string. Let's see what that looks like. It's probably going to look like trash. Cool. I want to be here, and let's just add a couple of devices. So P20, P30, P40. These are all just stupid names. And I think actually I can do this. Nice. Thank you, Excel. Slack. Nope, other Slack. The Slack. Device check out. No, device list is what I want. Hey, that worked. Kind of. Device check in. P. Oh, check out. I want to check out the P30, please. And it says, cool, it's been checked out in your name. So if I do device list, that kind of worked. I feel like I have an index wrong somehow. Actually, why did it do that? B40, but B40 is here twice. That shouldn't be B40, that should be B30. I might have started something at the wrong index. 0, it's fine. Device index. Starting in the right place. Let's debug this. The Slack request is going to time out, but that's fine. I just want to make sure the data is correct. So let's just do this. Let's do that. Cool, and then resend that device list command. And then, okay, cool. So all devices is a very big thing of stuff. Index 0. Yeah. These are all rows with each of their columns. Okay. So let's step in. So let's see if device at index 0. So if checked out devices, which was this, as a B30. So device index 1. Wait, okay, I see, I'm dumb. Should be this. See, sometimes it Told you it's not that dumb. So device at index 0. Right? Yes. IntelliSense catch up. Top mismatch found. No. List any to string. Yes. Come on. Found a list of any, but the device is not. Device name. Yes, we're happy now. Okay, cool. I think that might just have been IntelliSense freaking out for a second. So let's run. And see. So if we call this now. That was way too fast. Okay, cool. Yeah, there we go. True. And if I check out another device, check out P40. It's gonna tell me, yep, it's checked out. And if I do device list that P40, cool. And just to make sure everything works, let's check out, no, check in P30. And there we go, device returned. Now if we do device list again, that cleared out our entire table. Cool. That's not what it was supposed to do. I think I know why. Let's try that. I think what it was doing is this syntax selects everything in the sheet in some strange way. I don't completely understand how this works. I still need to go read up on it. Let's do device check out P30. Do device check out. Oops, operation timed out. That might be a problem, which we'll solve at another point. It might just be that we need to keep a local cache of all devices and refresh it periodically to solve this issue. Because this does depend on the connection from the server to Google, how long that takes. So I think just when the API initializes, grab all devices and keep a local copy of it. And just when the command runs, just query that and have a service to update it periodically. So if we do device list now, we should see 2 devices checked out. I'll just confirm it in the sheet. Yep, there they are. So now if I device check in P30, there we go. That's another issue. I'll need to check out the delete a row instead of just clearing the content. That shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, cool. Yeah, well, that's it. So we have the basics up and running. So all that's left now is just abstracting a lot of this duplicate code, like parsing the body in every request and connecting Google into services. Maybe implement that suggestion for making a local cache of all devices. It's going to make querying it a lot easier, so you don't need to remember the syntax for everything. You just grab it and chuck it into memory. You can even maybe store that locally in JSON or something if you want persistence. But yeah, that's all something for the future. For now, I think this is it. I think this is about wrapping up point for the stream. Thanks everyone for tuning in and watching me struggle. I hope you learned something at least, and maybe we can do another stream at some point where we just clean this up and actually implement that caching solution. But yeah, cool. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.